guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Married at First Sight, season 18, episode 7, called Basement Blues. So we are at day 11 of marriage. We have Emma and Akechi. They're talking in bed. Whoop-de freaking dip. We then have Madison Allen. So remember last week she said she was going out, she's not gonna be long, whatnot. Come to find out she don't come home. Okay, you got Alan giving us a video diary. Like, Alan, we going to sleep. Like, I'm sorry you not going to sleep, but like we knocking out. But I guess he tried to wait up for his wife, but she didn't come home, bro. She went to her own house. Next morning, she coming home that everything's okay while Alan's in the kitchen. She expressing that she's sorry. One of her friends was having a rough time, so she brought her back to the house and whatnot. And I'm just like, is it your friend having a rough time, or you having a rough time, Madison? Stop playing with us. And then she did express that there's gonna be some times when she's gonna be sleeping over at a friend's house or whatnot. Alan's just like, well, as long as it's not a guy's house. She's like, oh, then that would be a problem. Alan, it may be a guy's house, but she's just not going to tell you it's a guy's house. Okay? It's giving very much Virginia vibes, low-key, high-key. So, after the fact, Alan wants to move on. He said he understands and stuff because, like I told you before, if a person really likes someone or infatuated by someone, they're going to deal with a lot of bullshit, and this is exactly what Alan's dealing with. So, he trying to continue to impress homegirl because, she's the prettiest girl he's ever been with, I'm sure, because that's the only way that can explain what the hell's going on here. He lets her know, like, look, I went to the gym today. So she's like, oh my gosh, you did? Like, wow, that's great. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, Alan, I mean, that's good you telling her. So, like, every time you go to the gym, you want to tell her so she could be like, oh, yeah, he's going to the gym. No, Alan, you don't got to tell someone you're going to the gym. Just let them see the results for themselves. It's going to take a little while. Rome wasn't built in a day. But congratulate you. Good for you, Alan. You went to the gym. Good for you. So, after that, he starts talking about his hoopty. Madison's uncultured ass. Like, what's a hoopty? Really, Madison? You don't know what a hoopty is? You older than me, and I know what a hoopty is? Really? So he's just like, oh, it's like a shit box or whatever. And she's just like, shit box? Matt, are you for Madison? You for real right now? Ooh, we can't be friends. You too uncultured for me. So Alan, that's your wife. So anywho, she said she's gonna call it Alanisms, but I'm just like, it's not Alanisms. Everybody uses those words. Like, I mean, I don't use that word, but like, maybe if I was joking around, I'll say something's a hoop. Like, are you serious right now? This is not no Alanisms. Who's a black friend you got around you, Alan? That's what I want to know. Was he at the wedding? Anyway, we move on to Juan and Carla. They go to Carla's storage because, I'm going to give you tea. What had happened was, right, Carla had an apartment, okay, but her lease was ending. Around the time when her lease was ending, she was told she was going to be on Married at First Sight. So she knew, because, this is season 18. She knew how to go. She knew she was going to have her own, not her own place, but like a free place for 2 months. So in her mind, she like, what's the point of getting a new apartment, paying for a new apartment for 2 months that I ain't going to be at, because I'm going to be at the free shared apartment that's going to be paid for by Married at First Sight. So she said, you know what, I'm not going to renew my lease or find a new apartment because not only am I going to have a free rent for 2 months, but I'm getting married. So my man definitely going to have his own place, right? So then I could just move in with him so I could continue to live for free, because at the end of the day, Carla, I want to be taken care of. I'm going to be taking care of my man. Like, he's going to have to get used to taking care of me. So I don't need to worry about having no backup plan. That's exactly that's what had happened. So she put her stuff in the storage. So he can't see her place, but he can come see her stuff in the storage because, she's going to take some stuff to the shared apartment because where else she going to bring it? You know what I'm saying? So they get the stuff. I'm looking at Carla like, you ain't slick. I see exactly what you're doing, but Juan may not. I mean, I hope he's peeping game, but at the end of the day, Juan, that's your wife. I was about to say girlfriend now. But anywho, so they get some things, they're bringing it to the car to, bring to the shared apartment. And, Juan's trying to play around and, hit her and smack her in the butt, like with one of her items and whatnot. She lets us know in the confessional that, it's nice. She can see that Juan is a person who likes to have fun, but you can't have fun all the time. Why the hell can't you? have fun all the time, Carla. Like as someone like for me that's like always serious and stuff, like I need someone to bring out that goofy side of me. I mean, once you get to really know me, it's like I'm straight with corny jokes, as you've seen on here. Okay, I know they corny. Okay, you don't gotta tell me. I know what I say. Anywho, but there's times where it's like I can tend to be very serious and focused. So for someone to bring out that be playful and stuff, so I could crack a smile, laugh and stuff. That's what I need because I'm more of the more serious side. So I need someone that's more of the funny side. So I mean, I guess that's not what Carla wants, but I've seen two serious people in a relationship and y'all just look boring as hell. Like, how do y'all do stuff? Like, I know. Okay. Anyway, we're not we're not okay. Dr. Pia and Pastor Cal, I'll go see David and Michelle, to talk about the marriage. So this is the episode where the experts go see the couples to see how everything's gone since the honeymoon. So of course, Michelle doesn't shy away from how things been going. She's not really happy in her marriage. She's not, attracted to the person that she's with and whatnot. And Dr. Pia, please don't let her go, producers. Lets us know that Michelle said she was okay with a man living at his people's house or in the basement or whatever. So they when you get the flashback where Dr. Pia was asking how would she feel if her potential spouse or whatever lived with his peoples. Michelle was just like, I'm not gonna have to spend the night with him at his house and his people's house, am I? And then Dr. Pia was like, no, but like if there's a valid reason for him being at his people's house and he's has money, but he's just waiting for his wife to get a house together and whatnot. So then Michelle was like, oh, okay, then yeah, I can deal with that. You lied. You played yourself. Because now look at the situation you're in. And then when we get back to present time, she wants to renege what she just said. Nah, Michelle. I can't feel too bad for you because she brought it up to you with the situation where she low-key told you what was going on and you said you was okay with it. Now you're not okay with it. You played yourself. And I don't feel bad for you. Not that I really did before. But now I'm really looking at you like, look, you should have been brutally honest. I mean, you might have not been chosen. I mean, not that David should have been chosen, but you might not have been chosen, but at least you would have the dignity to know, like, okay, you stayed true to yourself instead of lying to be on the damn show. And then now you're not even happy to be on the damn show because you would have with a person that's, in a situation that you don't understand or whatever, or, So she not really taking heed to their advice because, they're trying to have her, like, start anew and refresh and reboot. She trying to challenge it and whatnot, but Pastor Cal was just like, hey, listen, there's days, if you don't want to go to work, would you still wake up and go to work? Right? What was, why do you do that? Like, Pastor Cal, that's not the damn thing. Okay? We got to go to work to pay our bills, to live life. We don't need David to live life, okay? That's just if we want to, okay? But we got to go to work. Like, I got to get, these bills paid, okay? I gotta make another payment on my vacation fund. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's stuff we gotta do. There's a main purpose for going to work to get money. Staying doing for this relationship with someone she only knew for 11 days, it's not the damn same. Especially someone, Pascal, I see what you're trying to do, but it didn't hit. It didn't land where it needed to land. Okay, find another way to kind of help her understand. Because this way, I'm looking at you like I don't even understand, Pascal. But okay, she's still not really, going through with it. You know what I'm saying? She's still challenging it, saying there's a lot of fear and whatnot, and it's going to be hard. Get a little emotional. She don't cry, but and with true care and form, fashion, all that stuff. She get her voice croaks and stuff, and I'm just like, girl, I can't feel bad for you because you played yourself. You said it was okay, and now it's not. Girl, okay. They ended up saying nice things about each other and stuff. He said he appreciated her honesty. I don't remember what she said about him, but she's gonna continue to try it out. We move on to Akechi and Amim. They go to his apartment. I'm looking at the apartment. I'm like, did y'all even leave the building where y'all stay at? Like, he looked like he's staying in the same place as where the shared apartment is. But I mean, it looks okay. I mean, nothing fancy or nothing. He ends up playing his guitar for her, and that was that. We move on then to Camille goes to Thomas' apartment. Listen, They be talking about plain Jane. Look, Thomas apartment look like plain dough. Where's the personality? There's no, there's nothing in there that I'm looking like. I can't tell. I mean, I don't know Thomas, but like, I feel like if I go in there, I won't be like, oh, this is Thomas's place. Like, there's no personality in there, unless if there was like a picture on the picture that was on the fridge. But what is this? I mean, he had a little candle rock thing on like one of his mantle things by the TV, and I guess Camille took one of them and put it back, but like kind of placed the rocks back. And he's like, "Oh, thank you for doing that because that would have bothered me." Low key, that would have bothered me too. You know, I ain't gonna lie, Thomas. You know, we on the same court with that. You know, if I put something a certain way, especially my place, if I put something a certain way, you touch that shit and you don't put it back the way I put it, I'm not gonna be pissed off, but I'm gonna be looking at you like, stop touching my shit. Stop touching my shit. So, all right, cool. They go to his closet, and you know, Camille looks at his closet, and she lets us know that, you know, he was rocking fifth place on the swag meter, but after looking at his little closet, at his little swaggy closet, looking at his little, you know, shoes from, you know, Nike.com, you know, he's in fourth place now. Camille, you keep bringing this swag word, swaggy, all this stuff that you're so concerned about him and his swag. To me, it's like making me look at you like you corny AF. Like you trying to make it seem like homeboy corny. You corny too, cause you don't give me no pizzazz or swag. You don't give me no allure. You know, like your aura doesn't scream like your your aura don't seem to match the energy of what swag is. So what is you talking about? Not saying there's anything wrong with being corny. I'm corny all the damn time. The people who watch me, I appreciate y'all. You know, for sticking with the corny people over here. What is you talking about, Camille? You want him to be swaggy? Look, Thomas is who Thomas is. Like I don't know what to tell you, but like the fact that you're keep bringing up this swag and comparing him to like not having swag and stuff is like, why does he have to have swag? What does swag do for you? Swag don't want you, girl. Okay. Anyway, Carla, she goes to Juan's apartment, and I'm looking at the apartment. I'm like, okay, this look like a Colombian thrift shop store, or sorry, a Colombian thrift shop souvenir store. You know, it's interesting. But you know, Carla, she don't necessarily like it. You can tell, but she's willing to let it slide for a free spot to stay because she's asking him like, you know, once the 2 months is over, you know, can she move in with him? So he's just like, you know, that's fine. Like obviously, you know, got married and whatnot, and excuse me, she talks about bringing some of her stuff in, and I guess in her past relationship, that was like kind of like a problem. And then Juan was just like, okay, well, you know, some of the stuff that fits, and if they don't fit, then we got to throw it away. So Carla looked like she wasn't too happy about that. Well, Carla, like, I mean, his place is not the biggest. Like, how much stuff is you bringing over to the damn house? Because it's one thing I don't like. I mean, this has got nothing to do with me, but one thing I don't like is clutter. Don't focus on what's going on right here, okay? You know, we don't focus on my little aroma scent thing over that's going over here, okay? Don't be looking at my room, okay? Listen, I don't like clutter, okay? If you look at the rest of the place, it ain't clutter, okay? It's really not clutter over here, you know. Christmas coming up, okay? A lot of gifts going on. I got it, you know, right? We're not talking about, we're talking about these folks, okay? Because I know somebody's looking at like, girl, I'm looking at your room. What you talking about? I don't like clutter. Anywho, Carly, you ain't feeling nobody. You just want to stay somewhere rent free, and I get it. Paying rent sucks. No matter how big or small, paying rent sucks. So I get it. But at the same time, Carla, you could have went about this a better way. Like you didn't have to be on this damn show to get a free place to stay. But I mean, if it works, you know, if it works, I guess, girl. So then we get to Alan. He shows Madison his little hoopty, and you know he got a rubber chicken in the trunk. Said that there's a story behind it. Alan, there's a story behind everything, isn't there? You got a story for everything. So, I mean, it wasn't a long story. He just said, you know, it's his nieces, and you know he's fixing it for her. What are you fixing on a rubber chicken for your niece, Alan? Was this a joke? Like, were you like really lying or something? Like, I'm trying to understand Alan's sense of humor sometimes, but I'm just like, Alan, everything's a story. Your little jokey jokes. I'll be trying to understand. I'm sure Allison we try Madison. I said Allison. That's what they should name their daughter if they have one. Anyway, I know she probably don't get it, and I'm gonna have to agree with her for once on this. Like, I don't understand what you're saying, sir, but okay, whatever. So they end up going to his place, his apartment, and his apartment or his house, but it looks nice. The kitchen was gorgeous. He said he renovated it himself. Madison was impressed. So, she's like, oh, it wasn't what I expected it. And I'm just like, she's like, oh, it didn't have like his vacation. It wasn't like as loud as Vacation Island. So you see what happens when you prejudge Madison? He was on vacation. So yes, we wear things that are different than what we would wear in an ordinary day. For me, I'm a person. I'm like going to work and stuff, solid colors, black, all that stuff. When I'm on vacation, well, depends where I go. Because actually, when I went to Cali a few months ago, I did wear all black. But that's besides the point. But like when I went on the cruise earlier this year, straight colors, straight tropical colors and stuff. Like it wasn't no fruits or vegetables, but like yeah, sometimes your attire is different on vacation because you're on fucking vacation. What the fuck? Like, Madison, shut the fuck up. You gonna piss me off. Anywho, but I did like Alan's place. You did good, Alan. We appreciate you. Madison don't appreciate you, but we appreciate you over here. And your little hoopty shitbox. So then we move on to Ketchy and Amem. They go to her apartment. Ketchy said her place is fancy and it's nice. And, he's depressed by how nice and big her place is and stuff like that. Amem did say that most guys are intimidated by her place. And I'm just looking at her place. I'm like, this is an apartment or like a townhouse, or a townhouse apartment. Because I'm like, what does an apartment have like 2 stories in? I mean, well, I've seen apartments with 2 stories in it, but it's like it was small. Like she got like a whole penthouse apartment townhouse. It was nice. A lot of these people, I'm like, it be looking regular. The place looks nice. The core just looks a little lackluster on a lot of these people's places. But then again, I'm an extra. So maybe that's probably because like this is what you see over on this side. On this side, like I got shells, like floating shells over here and stuff, like, and then my own little personalized sign that says like V's review room. Like I'm extra, so I guess not a lot of people are extra like me or dramatic and stuff like that. But it is what it is. But it is a nice apartment, and Okechi, what you depressed for? That she's a nurse practitioner. The homegirl make money, so if she wants to have a nice place, yeah. So you depressed? Cause you thought you was gonna flex on her with your little poetry winning contest shit? Nah, she making a real coins talking about nigga please, like, okay, so that's what I'm getting at. You probably thought like you was gonna flex on her, and you realize she flexing on your ass. You should really look at it like, damn, my wife is awesome. But you don't look at it like that, do you? Whatever. We didn't get to day 12 of marriage. Michelle, she went home last night. She didn't stay at the shared apartment. And, she said she needed some self reflection of herself, and David, like I said, if you like someone and infatuated them, you gonna just take whatever shit they give to you. So, he just appreciated the fact that she texted him that she was gonna come home. I'm like, oh, that's all it takes, David, just a text. And then you like, David, you trying so hard to just make this shit work, ain't you? Look, I feel so sorry for you, bro, because like we see what's gonna happen a mile away, and like I don't know if you see it, but you just try not to think about it or whatnot. But like, bruh, you try. I'll give you that, David. You put in that work. You put in that work for sure. But he's like, he wants to see if they could do things together, but like he didn't really know how to approach it. But I guess she had a whole list of things that they could do together on her little phone. She had, and she reads them off, and he's like, listen, I'm fine with doing all of that, and I'm appreciative that you even took that initiative or whatever. So then she wants to be like, excuse me. She's coming with a new attitude and whatnot, and she's like, look at me improving. I mean, I guess you're improving to David. I mean, you ain't improving to me. You just look to me. You just look like you faking the funk. You seem like you went home, had a conversation with someone. They said, "Hey, look, don't you back out. You know, we don't got $50,000 to pay this fine. So, you know, if you don't like homeboy, at least fake it till you make it." And there was probably the friend who came up with all the stuff for y'all to do together. Girl, you ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling me. Okay, so Michelle, yeah, look at you improving. No, you just faking the funk, and you just gonna ride it out until you can't ride it out no more. Until you can say no on decision day. That's all it is. We then move on to Pascal about Dr. Pepper visiting Thomas and Camille to talk about their marriage. You know, Camille says that Thomas is missing some smoothness and the swag factor, but you know he got potential though. You know, but you know he need to tone down the jokes because they're not sexy. If I had a shot for every time Camille says swag, swaggy, swagger, I might be buzzed right now. Little tipsy. Once again, people love to point the finger, but like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, what type of swag smoothness are you bringing, Camille? None whatsoever. None whatsoever. I don't get no type of. I mean, I guess you're not getting your juices flowing, but like, you not like. I'm sorry, you don't have to have someone. You don't have to have your juices flowing to exude sexy. You don't. People could be dry as the Sahara Desert and they still exude sexiness. So, like, what is you bringing to the table, girl? Because I'm looking at your outfits. I'm looking at your attire, girl, and it's just looking regular. Y'all look like a corny ass couple, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But y'all two peas in a pod, Camille. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all don't seem like y'all. I mean, y'all drink wine, but like, I don't. Y'all just give. Like y'all look like y'all match. Like what you talk? Okay. I guess he made a joke about flossing blood going everywhere. She's like, ew, and I'm just like, grow the fuck up. Like, if he said that, if Thomas said that to me, I'll just be like, that would be tragic if blood went everywhere, Thomas. But like, he was like, I didn't realize like he didn't think that was like an intimate moment. But she was like, yeah, but the jokes like it was just a little bit much. I'll take all type of jokes. Listen, I see what you're trying to do there, but you know, I'm just gonna look at you like, yo, gums be bleeding. Like if you flossing your gums bleeding, I'm not gonna be ill. I'm gonna be concerned for you because I'm gonna be like, yo, you might need to go to the dentist and see what's going on with your gums being overly sensitive, bleeding from flossing and shit. I mean, it happens, but it's just like, sir, that doesn't sound funny. That sounds concerning, Thomas. Thomas. Did you book your yearly annual appointment with the dentist? You might want to go do that ASAP. But anyway, so Thomas said he's gonna try not to overdo it, and you know Pascal tries to ask how he can bring smoothness, or asks Camille how can Thomas bring smoothness to the marriage or whatnot. She can't even answer. She can't even articulate what that means to her. And I'm like, so what you saying? Like, you want him to bring smoothness, but you can't even express how you want him to bring the smoothness. So until you can bring up a way for him to be smoothness or smoother or smooth or bring his little swag that you want so damn bad, don't say shit about he need to do something if you can't even express how he needs to do something. Get out of here. Because then Pascal was just like, also Thomas, I know you guys are people pleasers, but Camille, there's gonna be things that he doesn't like about you, so you guys need to find out how to better express that to each other and whatnot. And she was like, oh, she would love for him to tell her what she need to work on. No, you won't. No, you wouldn't. Nobody wants to hear what they need to work on. They'd rather be praised than to hear like, oh, you're not doing this right. They don't, even though people can, take and accept, what's the word? Something criticism, effective criticism, something like, you know what I'm trying to say. They don't mean they really want to hear it. They rather hear they're doing good and being praised versus what they need to work on. So Camille, well, all right, y'all about to piss me off. Y'all, I So, once again, Pascal advises them not to back away from having that open dialogue and communication and whatnot. And, it's essential for working together. It goes both ways. Blah blah blah. All right, Pascal, thank you. At this point, whenever you and Dr. Pepper or Dr. P will be talking, I'll just be like, when is the next scene? Because y'all be saying so much like lackluster shit. Like you think you giving advice, but these people still gonna do whatever the fuck they want. Y'all wasting y'all breath at this point. Y'all haven't realized that after the past 17 seasons of bullshit. I mean, it works for some people, like my favorite Woody and Monty. I'm always gonna bring them up every season. But Pastor Cal on a serious note, Dr. Pepper on a serious note, Dr. P on a serious note, y'all could skip these scenes because like unless these people actually work out, and the producers who work out, then we could chop some of this stuff. These episodes only need to be 2 hours. Once again, I'm gonna say this every time too. We could cut it down to an hour, maybe even 30 minutes. We then move on to day 14 of marriage. Okay, and then we have Michelle bringing David to her apartment. It's very cute, simple, chic. It's not. Well, let me not say that because Michelle gonna get offended if you say her place is simple because she worked hard for that shit, and for you to call it simple, it's like you down talking her place. No, bitch, your place is simple as fuck. Yeah, you got little pink stuff here and there. It's like simple chic. It's not like simple as in a bad way, but it's like it's simple, it's cute, it's chic. That's exact. As soon as I put those words in my notes, that's exactly what David said about her place. But, Michelle was offended. Because, she worked hard for her. So what do you want us to say about your place? Oh my gosh, it's extravagant. It's extraordinary. No, bitch. Like, you want to talk about extraordinary? Go to Imem's apartment. Then what are you going to think about your place? Goodbye. Like, girl. Everybody should be proud of their place. Good for you. Like, we're proud that you were able to get, pay for your own apartment. A lot of people can't do that shit. So, yeah, good. But at the end of the day, your decor and everything is simple, cute, and chic. You should take that as a compliment because some people's places look like trash. And you know whose place I'm talking about, Michelle. So, take that as a compliment. Okay, so we then move on to Pascal sitting with, Pascal and Dr. Pepper sitting with Akechi and Amem to talk about their marriage. And I'm looking at their body language on the couch. And Amem is like turned towards him. She looked like she's all into him like this and whatnot. Akechi is kind of like this, holding his arm and stuff, like trying to like be away from her. Like, Akechi don't fuck with Amem like that. She just a homie. Remember, Amem, he said that shit. And I'm just like, bruh, just wave the white flag at this point. Just wave the white flag at this point. So, nothing really to take from them. They're doing great and whatnot. The only thing they said they need to work on is their intimacy. And, Akechi tries to make the excuse that, he's in bed by 9 p.m. So then Pascal was like, okay, well, sometimes, you're married now. So make that compromise to maybe sometimes go to bed later, to build that intimacy with your wife. So he's like, Akechi always likes to make jokes to like mask his real feelings of not liking Amem. Excuse me. So he's just like, oh, so you mean like go to bed at 10? Akechi, like your jokes are annoying at this point. Like, I understand you're trying to be funny, but like you really just being funny once again to just fake the funk and not have to be more of what Amem wants to be in a marriage. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but Camille goes to a matcha tea place with her sister, I believe, to talk about her marriage thus far. Camille. She makes mention that she almost feels like she's in an interracial relationship. Well, Camille, you're not in an interracial relationship. I don't know why you would even say that you feel like you're in an interracial relationship. You guys are both interracial. I mean, Lord, I need to go to sleep. And it's only 5, almost 6 p.m. I'm tired. Oh, you guys both interracial, Lord. Lord help me. You guys are both biracial. My bad. You guys are both biracial. To be in an interracial relationship, Camille, you would have to be fully black, and he would have to be fully white. This is what you're insinuating, that you're like more on your black side. He's more of his white side. So you feel like you're almost in an interracial, but you're not. So let's not even go there, Camille. Let's not go there because you guys are both biracial. Girl, Camille, Camille, stop this bullshit, bro. Like, cause you really about to like piss me off, and like I like you for the most part, but this constant like trying to show the difference of you and Tomas is annoying. It is low key, high key annoying. To the point that you saying stuff like you trying to say like I'm trying to find out, trying to find ways not to offend them, but you're not doing a good job. Cause last week you want to say you don't got no swag. I mean, you said that this week too, but now you're saying that you almost feel like you're in an interracial relationship, girl, because he's more accustomed to one side and he's more of a suburban dude versus you. So the fuck what make it work? But at the same time, like, don't be trying to make it seem like, oh, he's whitewashed or something. Bro, he's half white. And so the fuck are you? Like, are you not taking heed to, like, you're half white too, ma'am? Like, I don't understand. And you making it sound like, oh my gosh, it's like so bad, like, because it don't get your juices flowing or whatever. But I'm just like, ma'am, like, isn't your mama white? Like, you don't like hanging out with your mama or her side of the family or something? I mean, maybe she don't. Maybe she don't. But Camille, I'm always be saying anything on camera. I mean, I can because like, this is a personal conversation between me and you. Who's watching this shit on national TV? Everybody watching. Like, girl, okay. The sister said, she wants to see this for herself when they do the housewarming party and stuff. But like, I'm just, girl, Camille, you be putting your foot in your mouth. You need to stop that shit. But anyway, we move on to David Michelle. He brings her to his place, his basement. He does have his own entrance, so he was correct about that. He said his place was cluttered, and he was not lying. He was honest, about his place being cluttered. Homeboy got a keg in though. And I immediately thought back to not first episode, but the second episode when he was like, oh, do you drink? She's like, oh, socially. And he's like, oh, yeah, I drink socially too. Really? Why the fuck is there a keg in your old place? Unless you socially to use, bring your boys over to, drink the keg. That's why I told y'all he be lying, bro. He don't just be drinking socially. He don't just smoke cigarette. Look, he be smoking the green. He be just drinking at the damn house. He ain't fooling nobody, bro. He might be kind of low-key fooling Michelle, but he ain't fooling me. I'm looking at the place. I'm just like, because he said he be bringing girls to the house. I mean, it's your house, it's your place, bro, homeboy, but I mean, I ain't gonna judge nobody's place really because it ain't my place. But I'm just kind of like, we could make this better, bro. We can make this better, bro. David, because he be like, oh, he be at the dining table, and I'm just like, how you squeeze your ass up in there? I feel like I gotta squeeze my ass to get up in there. How you squeeze your ass? Because you seem taller and more broad than I am. And if I feel like I would have a difficulty to sit at that table, how the hell you manage? I mean, I guess you said at the end, where your back is to where the camera was, viewing the table. But I'm just like, you don't need all them chairs there. Like, your boys be down there that much that, they utilize all the seats at the dining table. And if so, how they fit in there? The table, okay, whatever. There's a laundry down there. He says his people comes down to do the laundry. And, Michelle lets us know that his place looks like a frat boy's house. Look like somebody in their, 20s and stuff and not like a 30-something-year-old's place. And I agree. I agree. I will, Michelle. We don't agree on a lot of things, but I'll agree with you on this. So he asked her how what she thought about the place. She's like, it's exactly what I thought, and it's not really his own place since his parents come down to do the laundry. And I'm like, Michelle, I will. You right? I'm gonna give that to you. If your parents got to come down to do their laundry, then yeah, it's not really your own place to the point where like they, you could say like they would have to knock on the door to come to your place, type shit. I feel like they would just come down to your place, type shit. Michelle, I'll give it to you. You was right on this one. You was right on this one. I don't know why we be trying to get our hopes up thinking somebody gonna be different, but they show us exactly who they are. She know that she know him better than us guys. She really do. So I'm gonna give you that. You get a point for that one, Michelle. You get a point. That's about it though. That's all you gonna get from me. And then we're gonna get to Alan bringing his dog. What's the dog's name? Lukey. What? I wrote it down, but I guess my phone did an auto type, so I put Moody. But I feel like that's not the name. Obviously, it's something else. Whatever the case may be, he brings his dog to the shared apartment. Oh, back to Michelle David. She got a cat and a dog, I think, but she got two animals, two fur babies. But she says she don't know how she feels about bringing them to the shared apartment yet, because she got to get comfortable over there first. You ain't gonna bring them to the shared apartment because you're not trying to have them be close to David like that. So like, because you already know it's not gonna work. So you don't gotta lie to us though. You can tell us the truth. We this has been 17 seasons thus far. This is season 18. We know how things go. You don't gotta lie to us. Just tell us the truth, and we're just gonna rock with you because at the end of the day, we know y'all just gonna play the funk, fake the funk until decision day. So anyway, back to Alan Madison. His dog energetic as fuck, humping pillows, all excited and shit. And I'm just like, listen, the dog cool, but the dog wants to be in a different room. Don't be trying to hump my pillow that I put my face on, because I feel like I done let the dog on the bed. And listen, I utilize all the pillows on the bed. Okay, so Alan, look, I mean that's my show problem, not mine. But anywho, Alan cooks dinner. He made baked chicken with vegetables and some salad. And Madison, she's just in there. She's like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good." And she's saying, he's gonna have to be the one that's cooking because she can't make something like that. And I'm just like, so you definitely wear the pants in a relationship, don't you, Michelle? You definitely wear the pants in a relationship, because it's just like you have to do all this, but you can't even cook some basic ass baked chicken and vegetables and salad, bitch. My petty ass would have been like, well, I find it attractive if I was that. I find it attractive when a woman, can cook in the kitchen, So I like a woman who knows her way around the kitchen. So it's attractive to me. So if you can, work on that, since I'm working on going to the gym, so maybe you can work on, your cooking. And I know I talked about in the last episode about Carla being petty and stuff, and I said I was petty too. And I gotta work on that. But when you got people like Madison who want to be, a bitch, and a shallow ass bitch at that, sometimes you gotta hit them a little bit with, well, I'll do some cooking, but I really find it attractive when a girl does that too. I'm just saying. But anywho, they talk about, about religion, raising the kids, and how they gonna raise the kids, and blah blah blah. All right, cool. What? Lastly, we get to Pastor Cal, Dr. Pepper, sitting with Juan and Carla to talk about their marriage, and Carla and Juan say pretty much everything going good. They talk about what they need from each other. They compromise and stuff. So Pascal said that they got a great foundation and not to screw it up, and that's where the episode ends. And I'm just like, what a lackluster way to end this episode. They should have ended it with David's apartment, because that thing was atrocious, guys. That thing was Lord. Anyway. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, at least he got a place, because, Carl don't got no place. But anywho, we made it. We made it to the end. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Sorry if this episode review recap was all over the place. I feel like I'm all over the place right now, because I got shit to do. But, I did want to take the time to come do this review, because I'm like, yo, episode 2 episode 8 is coming tomorrow, so I'm like, I gotta do this tonight. I gotta get my videos out more faster. You know, I gotta get back on my A game. Anyway, if you like this video, I'm talking too much, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back later on this week when I post the next episode of this damn show. Hopefully I can make you laugh then, so you can subscribe then. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy breezy, lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.